I am Listeners and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you a guide for the floor B97 in the Sealed Tower of Cetra. Astral Iron Giant is one of those few bosses that resist all elements, so you can only use non-elemental weapons in this battle, and Giant also has a sigil face and a triangle sigil is needed. Then he will also attack you with physical attacks, so bring something to buff your physical defense against him, and he will also buff his physical attack, so you need something to nullify and ideally debuff him. And near the end of the battle, when you deplete enough of his HP bar, the Giant will do a short fuse which will permanently boost his physical attack, and he will do a lot more damage to you, and it will basically be a DPS race, as charged Grand Sword will kill your characters. Most characters have non-elemental weapons, so we have many options in this battle, and the best non-elemental DPS are Rebirth Tifa with Guide Gloves, Cloud with Zidane on Glavenus, Glenn with Ultimatic, and especially Zack with Ceremonial Sword. But there's also Sephiroth with Protector's Blade and Vincent with Hugin and Munin for magic DPS, but Zack with Ceremonial and Cloud with Glavenus can both buff their physical attack at the same time as they do DPS, which boosts their damage by quite a lot. So I think they are the best options here, and especially Ceremonial is very powerful and free to play. But Matt is the best healer here because he has Centipede and he is the only one who can heal and buff defense at the same time. And Giant's attacks are quite powerful, so besides buffing your physical defense, I also recommend boosting your physical defense stats on all characters, especially that this floor also reduces your HP by 30%. Also, because we can't use any elemental weapons, if you are going with physical DPS, boost physical attack and physical ability potency first, and then attack and attack potency or crit potency if you still have any weapon slots left. And if magic, then do the same thing, but magic attack and magic ability potency. But I'm using Zack, Cloud, and Matt, with Zack and Cloud being DPS and Matt a healer. And Matt is the only one with physical attack debuffing weapon. So if you want to be more safe, you could equip a debrave on another character or both of them if you want to be safe. And I also have many equipment slots empty, and I only brought the required utilities, so in those empty slots you can equip weapons and materia that will boost your stats. Matt has Gear Voucher outfit with Vanquishing X in limit slot, then Centipede for heals and buffs, Sleek BL to debuff physical attack. And if your Sleek BL is below B6, I definitely recommend equipping at least one other character with a debrave materia. Matt also has a Cura for single target heals just in case, and a triangle sigil. Then in sub-equipment slots, Matt has Marching Horn to boost his heals and Syringe for HP, and both having buff debuff extensions, so he has 13.3 HP, 3000 heals and 149 PDEF. Zack has default story outfit with Apocalypse in limit slot, Ceremonial for DPS as well as a triangle sigil materia. Then in sub-equipment slots, Zack has Twinkling Star and Buster Sword for HP and Enemy Launcher for a little bit more DPS, so he has 13.5 HP and 3.8 P attack. Cloud has default outfit with Claim Hazard in limit slot, Glavenus in main weapon slot, but Zidane is definitely a good option here as well, but Buster Sword or Apocalypse are an option too, but they are much weaker than a Triangle Sigil. And in sub-equipment slots, Cloud has Killer Hornet, so he has 14.7 HP and 2.3 physical attack. At the beginning of the battle we have limited amount of HP because Astral Giant will do his charge attack, single target attack. So if you have the same setup and Matt is your only debuffer and healer, then you can't heal and buff your physical defense at the same time, but it's not an issue, you can recover after this. And here with Cloud and Zack just DPS, But with Matt, make sure that your physical defense is buffed and Astral Giant's attack is debuffed. That's his only job, but with the other DPS they just have to keep hitting him. And if you can, try switching so you don't waste your ADB and DPS when you are not in max stance, because physical ability potency and magic ability potency, they are much more powerful in max stance. So whenever you switch stances, this max stance is not activated. It has to be glowing, and that's why you want to switch to delay so you hit with your max potency. But also Climb Hazard and Apocalypse are very nice limit breaks here, because you can use them very often. And they are quite powerful. But here another Helm Splitter, so just make sure that the giant is debuffed and your physical defense is also buffed. And this is the first in Spirit where the Iron Giant buffs his physical attack to the max potency, and if you only have Matt as your physical attack debuffer, then you won't be able to fully debuff it and buff your physical defense at the same time, but you still shouldn't take too much damage and it should be quite easy to recover. But Matt also has Vanquishing X, limit break that just nullifies those buffs, but unfortunately it's really hard to get it in time, but it'll be ready for the next time. And also you can use those two limit breaks, Apocalypse and Climb Hazard, either together for more DPS, or you can use them to delay and not cancel but just delay Giant's animation. So whenever you see him swinging, you can just do limit breaks and he will have to do his long animation again. And also if you're at full HP, you don't really have to switch to defense every time whenever you see him attacking you, but his attacks, they are quite powerful, so I prefer to switch to defense here. But if you switch to defense often, try to switch to other characters, so whenever they attack in max stance, because the physical ability potency or magic ability potency, they are much more powerful in max stance. So that means whenever you switch stances, max stance is not immediately activated. You have to wait about a second. So this icon has to be glowing. And that's when you know max stance. But in a sigil phase, just do those sigils quickly. And now it depends on your DPS. If you stagger him and you finish it around this iron in the name on a bar, he will not do short fuse immediately. This is in Spirit, which you can easily nullify with Vanquishing X, but you'll get hit and this will be fine. Helm Splitter, it will not kill you here. But if you have too much damage, if you have a lot more DPS and he is already in the red HP bar, then he will do short fuse immediately, and if he manages to do a Helm Splitter, he will kill one of your characters. Because buffed Helm Splitter will do around 13,000 damage, and that's quite a lot. And you also, after he does short fuse, you cannot debuff his physical attack anymore. And here comes the short fuse. And this is where the giant starts to hurt you a lot. So whenever you see him swinging, you have to switch to defense. I'm just waiting here. I know my buffs expired, but I want to recover after this, because now is the DPS race. You have to finish him off because the next attack, if it's an AoE, then it will kill you. If it's Helm Splitter, it will kill just one character, but you have to try to finish him off as quickly as possible. But now it's the scissor phase, so we should be fine. But I'm pretty sure with the next attack after this, those 2 limit breaks, we can finish them off. But after the short fuse, this Astral Giant becomes a lot more dangerous. But yeah, that's the whole battle. And remember, on non-elemental weapons, try to stack physical ability potency, and if you still have some weapon slots left, you can do crit potency, but HP is here very much required because we have that reduced HP in the battle. But yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.